Hey, it's Rachel Adams. Thank you so much for watching. Today's tutorial is one of my absolute favorite looks. I think I say that every single time in every single tutorial, but today really is one of my absolute favorite looks. And I'll tell you why. I am a mom with two small kids. My son is 3 and my daughter is 1, and they keep me going all day long. I'm also a working mom. So I'm gonna be honest with you, most mornings I am not looking, like I am 100%. And most days I'm not really feeling 100%. I'm tired, I got a lot of things on my plate, and sometimes the last thing I want to think about is the way that I look. However, as the day goes on, when I pass by a mirror, I'm like, oh my gosh, I really need to do something about that. This is the look for those people like that. For people out there that are like that. For people out there that are like me. Yeah. If you're like that and you're tired and you're busy and whatever, this is a great way. When you have large looking eyes, it tells the world, I'm alert, I'm awake, I'm put together, I'm young, I've got energy, all of the things that you want to portray about yourself. And the more you portray them, the more they become true. So this is even more than just a makeup tip. It's a great thing to incorporate into your life just as a reminder. So we're going to talk about how to do it, how to make your eyes look larger than they truly are to give the illusion of large eyes. And we're also going to talk about how to give the illusion of a nice, full, plump lip. No needles, no injections, nothing like that. Quick, simple, throw in your purse, reapply all day type of tips. These are for ladies, like I said, that are busy and just need something quick and simple to incorporate in their normal everyday routine. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel and so that way you can keep getting more tips and tricks for everyday looks. Thanks so much. Okay, to start out, I'm going to use the unique color Innocent, which is a matte cream colored eyeshadow, and I'm just going to sweep this all over my eyelid from my lash line all the way up to my brow bone. This is going to be our transitioning color. Again, because today's feature is trying to get wide eyes, we're not going to focus with too much eyeshadow, so you can just sweep this kind of loosely all over your eyelid as a canvas. Now I'm going to go in with a light pink shade. This is the color Vulnerable. Again, it's a matte color. I'm going to just sweep this from the top of the crease, like all the way almost up to your brow bone, but just really focusing on the brow bone and not above it under the eyebrow. The picture looks more pink than it actually is. This is kind of a taupey pink. It's just a really nice, neutral, natural shade. And in fact, when it's on your eye, it almost is the same color as some of your natural shadows when the light hits your face and causes its own shadowing, like contouring like you're aiming for. That this color is a very similar color. As you can see the shadowing on the side of my face there, it's almost the same tone of color. So this is just going to give us a nice shadow on our eyelid to give us some depth and kind of contouring our eyelid. Again, I'm using the unique shader brush, the large shader brush, and I'm just sweeping this back and forth and just really blending this in. The one thing I love about these shadows is that they blend so nicely. They're a loose pigment, so they go on kind of thick, and then you can just kind of fluff them away into a lighter shade, or you can pack them on to get a dark shade, which is really nice. So again, just spend some time sweeping this back and forth, windshield wiper motions. You know what to do. I don't need to tell you anymore. Okay, now we're going to go in with the color Beautiful. This is just a nice matte tan brown, light brown. And I'm going to take the liner shader brush and I'm going to take the shader side, and I'm just going to kind of pack this on the outside crease. So you're not using a ton of product, you're really kind of just pushing it into that crease, and then you can draw it all the way across your eye crease, but the main focus needs to be on the outside. So really get that product out on the outer edge crease and then just push it in. This is again just creating a little bit more of an in-depth contour. This is just going to really help your eyelid to pop, and since we're going for long lashes and big bold eyes, we really want that crease to make the eyelid pop. So once you've got that rubbed in just the way that you like it, when it's all blended nicely, we're going to go in with a pencil brush using, again, Vulnerable, the first color that we used on our brow bone, and we're going to sweep this down underneath our eye. Now usually I would keep this color pretty close to the lash line, but today, because we're trying to create the look of very large eyes, I'm actually going to sweep it all the way down, kind of where the bags of under your eyes would start. So all the way down to like that natural wrinkle right there. This is usually would sound like the biggest no-no and what we'd want to avoid, but you'll see once we blend it all in, this really is going to help create the illusion of very wide open, youthful eyes. So I just kind of blend that down from where I found it, the corner of my eye where it started, and just all the way down, just getting that space. Again, it looks a little scary to be doing this on your own right now, but trust me, once you blend it, this is really going to help the overall look. And the important thing, obviously, is to just blend, blend, blend. So now that I step back and when my camera can refocus, you can start to see it's really bringing a circular effect to your eye shape. And that's what, after we're done, is going to really give us a very round look. Now I'm going to go in with the Unique Rose Water. I love this. I'm going to spray it onto the liner shader brush on the liner side and just get it nice and wet. Then I'm going to go in with a matte gray. Again, this color looks a little darker in the picture than it actually is. It's a pretty light gray. And I'm just going to get a nice amount on my brush and just line my lids. The reason that we're using a light gray is, again, I want to keep these eyelids pretty bare. This is just going to create a little bit of a shadow right at your lash line and not really an aligned eye. So you don't have to be super precise. You just kind of want to sweep it in right at the base of your lashes, and then we're going to go from there. Because as you'll see with the finished look, again, this is just going to be more of a shadow than it is like a very defined line. So once you're happy with the one eye, go to the next eye. We're only focusing on the top line so far. Just get a nice smooth. The nice thing about the rose water is it really creates a creamy consistency with the unique pigments. Of course, you can use any eyeshadow that you want in these basic shades. However, these are some of my favorite colors. And if you don't have something like the rose water, you might want to invest in it because it is different than just dipping your brush in regular water. It's got some nutrients and some vitamins, so it really just goes on so smoothly, just like a gel liner. Okay, so now our eyes are lined and we want to make sure that that dries just a little bit. And now we're going to come in with the bottom lash. Again, we're not going right at the lash line like normal. I'm just kind of dabbing and accentuating, again, that natural fold of the bottom eyelid. I'm not going all the way across. I'm just really focusing on about 3/4 of the way over from the outer crease. So just kind of drawing in where that natural wrinkle is. Again, it sounds scary. It sounds like such a big no-no. And usually it is a no-no, but you're going to really see how this really does create the illusion of very large, open eyes. Once that has dried, because again, remember your brush is kind of a little bit tacky, I'm going to go back in with the pencil brush that we used with the color Vulnerable, which was that pink shade, and we're just going to blend. Blend, 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 blend. I can't say it enough. I probably should stop saying it like that, but just blend away because you don't want any harsh lines. Again, we're just going for an illusion of shadows. So we're just trying to get different shades of shadowing. So once you feel that you've blended all the bottom as much as you want, and remember, you need to be connecting it to the top lid. So we're just kind of making this one big V, where normally you would stop the outer crease shadow right on the top of your eye. Today we're kind of bringing it all the way down to the bottom. So then I'm going to go in with my mascara. You guys know the drill with the 3D Fiber Lash Mascara and putting the transplanting gel and then the fibers. And typically we always focus on the tips of the lashes, but specifically with this look, we really want to get a nice amount of mascara on the tips of your top lashes and the tips of your bottom lashes. This, again, when you don't see where the lash starts, you don't see the root, it kind of gives you the illusion of larger eyes because you're not seeing how far down they come. So again, you're just focusing on the tips, bringing people's eyes to the very top of your eye and the very bottom of your eye, and not so much focus on the actual waterline of your top and top and bottom waterline. Again, these are all just little tricks and little tips that will give you the illusion at the end of this look. They'll give you the illusion of very large eyes. Almost like when you think of the model Twiggy, you think of huge eyes, and that a lot of time was contributed to her mascara or the drawn-on liner made to look like mascara. I'm going to go ahead and skip the mascara portion. I'm just going to show you the initial eye and then skip over this whole part. If you want to see an in-depth tutorial, I have many on my channel. Subscribe so you can see them, and I'll link some below. But for today, we just need to see the basics. To really complete this look, what we're going to want to do is go in with a nice neutral lip liner, a long-lasting lip liner. I'm going to be using the color POUTY, which is just your basic nude. This can last up to 12 hours, so it's one of my absolute favorites. And I line the lips initially. My lips are a little uneven on the bottom, so I kind of have to do some re-sculpting to get them even. So just line your lips the way that you line them and then fill them in. So line first, then fill in, making sure that you just kind of get a nice even coverage, like a really thin layer all over your lips. Just shading them lightly. You don't want to have a heavy hand, you just kind of push and get, just get a nice soft line. The nice thing about this specific pencil is really creamy, so it goes on really nice and smooth, but then it dries right away and is long lasting, like I said. So you have some playroom to kind of like smudge it in the way that you want before it sets, which is really nice, where it's not tugging at your lip because it's too dry, and it's not, staying long because it's too creamy. It's just a nice in-between. Once I get this to the consistency and the coverage that I like, I just kind of use my pinky or my ring finger and just blend that in with my finger, just kind of smudging around to make sure I get even coverage. I forgot one step, and this is an important step with this specific look. I'm going back with the liner brush. Now that my mascara is done and I know the angle that my natural lashes sweep, I'm going to just accentuate that by adding the wing to my eyeliner. So again, it's not a dark eyeline. It's barely there right now. You can almost not tell that I have it until I really add this, and I'm just following the direction of my natural lashes. Everybody's is just slightly different, but a good tip is to basically, the line should kind of continue from the bottom of your lash line. So the way that my bottom lash line would continue up, if you were to draw a line from it, is basically the wing of most people's eye. Okay, now to finish up the lips, I'm going in with the color Luxe. This is a nude, just your basic nude lip gloss. What I do is I stay within the line that I line my lips and just get a real thin coat. This just helps them get kind of creamy and tacky. Blend that in really well. And now I'm going to go in with another shade of lip gloss. This is the shade Loveable, which is a baby pink. And I'm going to go in, make sure I have a lot on my wand, and I'm going to slightly go just above the lip line, which again, sounds like I'm doing a bunch of no-nos in this tutorial, but this is going to give, because it's a gloss, it's going to give the illusion of shine right on that line. So there's going to be no matte color on your actual lip, and the illusion from that shine is going to really create full looking lips, which is what we're going for as well. Just a nice youthful plump pout. And there you go, that completes this look. I hope you guys try it out, enjoy it. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have anything. I'd love to hear your comments, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to see more videos like this and support what I'm doing. Thanks so much. To give you the illusion of big eyes. Oh my gosh. Wait. Sorry. Already? I'd love for you to just oh my god.